Welcome to UWA Sports Park. Thanks very much, Nick. We're here for the big clash this afternoon, our Fortescue Premier Grade match of the round. Associates taking on UWA in what should be a very interesting clash between the second place team on the ladder and the sixth place team on the ladder. UWA need a big win this afternoon to stay in touch with the top four. Associates have been in very good form coming off the back of a very nice win last week against the Buildup brothers. 6 wins, 1 loss for them this season. UWA 5 wins, 2 losses. Always a close contest as Harry Scoble leads the UWA team out on the park for his 100th game for the club. Been a great stalwart. Spent time with the Western Force. Wanneroo Junior before coming over to the club as a youngster. And today he chalks up his ton for the club, which is an outstanding effort for Harry Scoble.
Yeah, it's a tremendous achievement for him this afternoon, getting that 100th cap. Made his way all the way through the Rugby WA junior ranks. Couple games for the Force. A lot of quality beside him in the UWA lineup this afternoon, Mitch. We've got Luz Osterhazen at 1, Scoble the 100th man at 2, Lawrence Petrus 3, Jack Bromley, Timothy Wallace in the locks, Brent Taylor, Connor O'Sullivan and Al Cockman up the back. Then Rory O'Sullivan, the future Force man at 9, Connor Hughes 10, Brian Sherwood 11, Nick Wallman, Kurt Penny in the centres, Aidan Murphy out on the other wing, and Keno Vandermeen on the other wing, at the back.
Yeah, Johnny Sawney, Nicholas Hyde and Pasi Fine make up the front row for Associates. Michael Tafili and Arthur Manakina at lock. As we get underway through Connor Hughes, Michael Hardwick, Alex Rivera, Alex Masabaka in the back row for Associates. As Ross Palfreman takes it up. Lockie Phillips and Luke Reduva at 9-10 this afternoon. Harrison Webster and Palfreman on the wings. Sifa and Vinieri in the centres for Associates, and Sam Healy at the back as they put a ball down to Al Cockman, the number 8 for Uni this afternoon. Gets it across to Van Diemen.
Nice little nudge through here. Van Diemen finding a little bit of space, turning the 2 boys from Associates round. That's going to run its way all the way into touch. So an interesting start. Field position is the key to this afternoon, apparently, to UWA. We're going to see an early line out, about 30 out from the line for Associates. Yeah,
very important that UWA employ a good kicking game this afternoon to control the pace of the game. The lineouts will be a good contest as the UWA get the first one. Bromley up high, so Sullivan takes it forward.
Just about 24 out now. Sullivan getting out to his flanks. Deep back ball. They're finding each other well early, the UWA line. Chris Vanavere making a tackle first up, slipping off. Now UWA get their first entry into the 22. Moving up well now. That's Kurt Penny. Just getting taken to ground now. O'Sullivan goes back door, finds his fly half Hughes. There's the 100th man, Scoble. Securing ball nicely here. Need to start getting forward though. A little bit lost out there, Lawrence Petrus. But this is a steady platform now. Phase is the key. Got to keep putting Soaks under pressure. Quick ball. Over the top here, Soaks, just losing feet. Can't get the turnover there. Hughes. Bromley, backdoor now. Van Diemen. Nowhere to really go. Short side O'Sullivan. Getting wrapped up there, Hughes, by Chris Vanaver. Second big tackle for him early. Ball was out. Really good timing there. Al Cockman just getting tied up.
Yeah, UWA not being able to crack the advantage line there. They've spread the ball from touchline to touchline. They got their shape in early. Good width of pass from Rory O'Sullivan at 9. Connor Hughes looking to control things in the midfield this afternoon, set up those pods. But Associates defence spot on so far this afternoon, looking to shut it down early. A couple of shooters out of the line there. Good pressure on the breakdown as well. And that breakdown this afternoon is going to be a really good contest. Young Connor O'Sullivan, Taylor and Cockman versus Hardwick, Revere and Musabaka. Mix of experience and youth in both teams.
Big test in the scrum here for both teams this afternoon, Mitch. This is where I think the game's going to get won.
Yeah, absolutely. Associates have got probably the bigger pack, more weight in that one, but UWA have got good technique. They take the scrum very low.
Carl Burnett, your referee this afternoon. He'll be all over these. Ball just getting held up in the middle though. UWA pulling around to the side, ball available. We'll have that one again.
Big shout out to all our listeners and watchers this afternoon from wherever you're joining us from around Australia and overseas. No doubt the people in Malaysia will be following young Lawrence Petrus on our live broadcast this afternoon. And remember, these games are all replayed on NITV on Sundays 11:30.
Believe we've even got 2 viewers in Jordan this afternoon. Spoke to them this morning.
Very
Said they'll be tuning in live.
It's great to have access to club rugby on a Saturday afternoon all around the country. And
Second scrum now.
Good first scrum from UWA. It was a good solid platform. See if they can repeat the effort.
It's a low profile here. Soaks doing well to hold the weight that low. Big boys up front, angling in. Ball free from O'Sullivan to Hughes. Short ball doesn't go to hand. Small knock on there from Nick Wallman.
Yeah, I don't think Nick Wallman was expecting that. I thought the pass was going to go behind him. He sort of just lost it a little bit. But wonderful platform laid by the UWA pack that time. And you're right, Nick, that height of the scrum is really low this afternoon, and they're going to have to maintain that height against the bigger, heavier opponents of Associates.
It's a long way down there for Parsi Fine in number 3 here this afternoon.
Beautiful conditions this afternoon. It's probably a slight breeze favouring Associates at the moment. There's not much in it. Ground in perfect condition for rugby. The sun's out.
About 20 degrees.
So we should have a very good game on our hands this afternoon. These two teams, always a good contest. Always a little bit of niggle in there as well. The crowd really gets involved. There's Lockie Phillips now. Feed this ball.
Better scrum work this time by Soaks. Lockie Phillips choosing to go to the air. This one's going to get a cheeky bounce. Maybe 2, 3, 4. Just getting juggled backwards there. Managing to find himself up on his feet, staying in this field of play. Brian Sharwood there. Nowhere really to go. O'Sullivan gets it out to his brother O'Sullivan. Outside the 22 now. Pockets the call. Hughes looking down the middle of the park. Going to be taken in at the back here by Sam Healy. Parsi Fine knocks it on. Coming back for the penalty though. Gee, big let off there. You don't want Parsi Fine to get his motor running.
Oh, jeez.
But everyone offside chasing there.
Yeah, silly mistake by the UWA players there, not following up on the kick, waiting to be put onside, but they had a lot of players committed to the breakdown. Just needed a player to be a little bit smart there and stay behind Connor Hughes and put everyone else onside. And they could have ended up with a scrum or at least that turnover up over halfway.
Good chance to go to the corner here.
Yeah, absolutely. Associates will test their drive from the line out, no doubt. 5 metres out from the UWA line. They'd fancy themselves this close, have a good structure.
UWA maul defence going to be really important here. Big Harry Scobble letting him know what's about to happen. They go deep, comes off the top. Managing to recover though is Soaks, brought down at the back there. Nice crash ball. We're going to be 5 out from the line here. One's over the top for UWA, gets called out. Phillips giving it off now. Harwick all the way under the try is going to go Harwick's way. There's a good bit of quick ball there. UWA almost with the turnover. Getting called off by the referee, Carl Burnett. Handy little bit of work by, Lockie Phillips. Getting it off to Michael Hardwick over for Associates' first try of the afternoon.
Yeah, Alex Mosabaka had a little bit of work to do at the back of the line out to tidy that one up, but once they got around the corner and played that first phase through their key ball runners there, it was just a matter of numbers. And it was a good first up carry, and then a short ball and a nice line from Michael Hardwick to dot it down underneath the sticks for the first flight pointer of this afternoon. And Associates draw first blood in this crucial clash for both teams this afternoon. Michael Hardwick, brother of Richard Hardwick, who plays for Melbourne Rebels, and the Hardwick family would be very good WA rugby stalwarts, I suppose, and supporters of community rugby over here in Western Australia. And Michael's certainly been a long-standing member of this first grade lineup, and dots down for his team, and no problems at all with the conversion. So they stretch the lead out to 7 points to 0.
8 minutes into the first half here.
Yep. So Connor Hughes will get us back underway. It's very important that he gets some good length on his kicks this afternoon. Make sure UWA exit out of the half well. Both teams are going to have to be on the money with their discipline as he goes long.
This one targeting Hughes. Takes it himself, feeds it out the back. Healy.
Yeah, Harry Webster doing the kicking this afternoon. Nick wearing the number 11 jersey, usually very good fly half, Harry Webster. Played fly half for Associates the last couple of seasons, but they've got Luke Reduva in the 10 jersey this afternoon. Don't know a lot about Luke, but certainly young Webster's a very good player as UWA go to the back of the line out through Taylor.
Coming out back door now, getting wrapped up centre field, 40 out, UWA. Trying to go straight through the middle, turnover comes now, great work by Sifa. Phillips finds the pocket. So a lot of the kicking duties getting dealt with early on by Harry Webster for Soaks. This one's going to run a little bit too long though, hopefully not even longer. Not sure why he grounded that one.
Why would you ground that ball? That was, it was obviously touched.
Was touched?
The referee's called it touch, that's why Keanu Van Diemen.
So it is a good little bit of law knowledge there.
Was in an absolute hurry to ground that ball, otherwise it would have been in all sorts of trouble, but it would have been a 5 metre scrum regardless. So you could have let it go either way. So it's unfortunate for UWA. They find themselves back on their goal line after a touch on the kick from Harry Webster there, and the bounce just eluding Keanu Van Diemen there. He thought he had it well and truly covered. He must have touched one of those well-groomed fingertips of the UWA players.
Soaks all set out to the right here. Wingers moved across as well. Good set.
Look for Tavita Sifa and to really get engaged here with the headgear.
So Phillips looks for the inside ball for Sifa there. Getting stopped early. Lockie Phillips calling for players out to the right. We're 12 out. Going the short side with the big Farsi fine.
Going to stop him. Oh, he might have lost that forward over the goal line. Call from the assistant referee on the far side there. Bussy fine. Bumped off the first. Speed bumped him. We had it all in front of him to just take it over the try line and just lost control of it at the last moment. So blown opportunity there from Associates. It looked all too easy, that one.
Yeah, I was kind of lost for words there. He's just going to fall over himself, get himself a meat pie. Just not coming away with the biscuit.
Yeah, so it's ominous signs early on for UWA here this afternoon.
They've had an up and down season so far. A couple good wins, a couple hard losses. They were looking to bounce back this week, get a really good one against Soaks. But beating Joondalup Soaks last week, knocking them off their undefeated streak, showing a real good bit of pressure.
Yeah, certainly Associates and Cottesloe standout two teams so far this season.
Hughes in the pocket. Crash ball the option. Spinning out of one.
No! Here, referee Kyle Burnett that time say no. But Associates went through with it and give away the penalty. Break down the ruck had formed before that player was able to get his hands on the ball. So good bit of management there by Kyle Burnett as Hughes, not a great kick. Takes the play just outside the UWA 22, and Harry Scoble will throw this one into the line out.
It was a really good first throw from Harry. Hit up 3.
Short line out now by UWA.
Bromley misses it at 2. Straight over the top. Plenty of support through the associates forward, getting up through Hardwick eventually. Phillips feeding out the back now. Rivera takes a little bit of stopping there. Centre field, 18 out. Phillips goes himself. Getting brought down, now 10 out. Hughes going for turnover, blown out. Soaks now a little bit unorganised. They've got to get a little bit of depth. They're scrambling. Masabeka gets his way out all the way to Tafali. And now the ball goes slow. So Lockie Phillips finds his 10. Short ball. Just need a little bit something a little more inspiring here. Inside ball gets checked off. Not able to get it away, Sifa.
Good defence by Kurt Penny on Tavita Sifa that time. Good read.
It's great line speed here, UWA. Just pushing Soaks outside the 22. Getting wrapped up there, Nicholas Hyde. Stepping inside, Sam Healy. Chance to go short, no one protecting the A channel. Turnover now comes. So UWA with a chance here.
Off he goes, out of 1 and 2. Gets a little flick pass away. Tim Wallace with the ball.
Goes deep pocket.
No one home at the back.
It's a good kick from Hughes. Sitting up nicely here for Palfarman. Beats one. Shrugs off the second. It was a big attempt by Scoble, getting bumped off. Phillips happy to let this one come out slow again. They're playing deep, they're playing wide. This one's going to be Van Arire with a little bit of space to work now. He's got options on the outside, inside. Getting wrapped up there. Brian Charwood rings him down. Now Sam Healy out the back. Inside the 22 once again. Phillips getting knocked down. This one getting juggled. Soaks just got to bring it to ground now. No, they're going straight through Nicholas Hyde. Harry Scobble making an absolute mess of it. Needs to be careful here. No, penalty advantage. Scobble not rolling away. So Soaks, chance to use this one. They're going to spin wide. They're not caring about the interception here. They want to use the advantage well. Backdoor goes around again. It's going to go all the way into the corner now. And Soaks are going to get their second of the afternoon.
Yeah, they refer it to the assistant referee, but I don't think there's any doubt in Harry Webster scooting that one over. And associates completely dominant. I love the work that Nicholas Hyde's doing at the moment. Some wonderful carries by him to get that wonderful front foot ball. And then it was just a simple matter of moving the ball to space. And some nice little hands and support lines from the associates players there. Alex Masabaka straightening things up, getting one over the top to Harry Webster, who showed a clean set of heels to scoot over in the corner for his first touchdown of this afternoon. And no doubt looking to chalk up some points this afternoon in his season tally for Harry Webster as he's doing the kicking as well. So associates really dominating UWA at this point in time. Looked like the UWA defensive line had some good line speed there. There was a couple of good reads. There was good pressure at the breakdown. But those bigger, bulkier ball players are just dominating in that midfield and really setting up some nice plays for Lockie Phillips and Luke Reduva to be able to move that ball to space. So it was a nice run up this right-hand side touchline by Van Arire a moment ago. And associates showing some good patience around their ball retention as too this afternoon, Nick, so far in this game.
Yeah, it's been good to see. A lot of phase work. They're not phased when Hughes kicks downfield. They're happy to reset, go again. As Webster lines up in the corner here. This to push the lead even further. It's a nice looking kick, might drop a little short.
Oh, it's just dropped over the green and gold dot there. Wonderful kick from the sideline from Harrison Webster.
16 minutes in, associates are going to go up 14-0 in your Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week. Down here at UWA Sports Park, known as a library. The hill's full, couple thousand in this afternoon. Everyone keen to watch a little bit of community rugby.
So Hughes will probably go long again.
Pumping this one deep inside the 22, finding Phillips again. Nice kick by Phillips, not going to be out. So Cockman doing work at the back for his men. Ben Diamond gets it across. Hughes gets it back after the kickoff. Tied up 40 out from his own line. Options are left for O'Sullivan to find his brother O'Sullivan. Now 45 from their own line. Deciding who's going to get it. Bromley, this man, is going to run the ball. Gets tied up by a wall of big Soaks forwards. Now Scobble, flat-footed, decides to go deep. Just a little bit stagnant so far, the UWA attack line. Can't be taking your hooker flat-footed and then going back ball.
Yeah, Associates with the turnover in there. Tavita Sifa's got it.
Burnett allowing this one to play forward, but I think will come out.
Yeah, held up maul. Tavita Sifa had the turnover. He got held up though, which then turned into a maul. And UWA at the moment just really very much on the back foot. They're able to get over that advantage line. They're trying to move the ball to space, looking for a short passing game off that first long pass, but unable to penetrate those defenders at the moment. And that's where ball runners like Connor O'Sullivan's going to have a big afternoon ahead of him. Big forwards in front of him. He's going to have to use his footwork, and the likes of Wallman and Penny in the midfield are really going to have to get involved.
The scrums have been good so far. This one much of the same. Great platform. Picking right. O'Sullivan to Hughes. Hughes back door, back to O'Sullivan. Now finding its way out to the win. Aidan Murphy.
High tackle there.
Now they've got space wide here, UWA. Scobbles needs to get it out. Just lost forward in the contest. Sorry, not in the contest, just Lawrence Phillips.
Yeah, they had the numbers there, UWA, but they're just a little bit disorganised, and they ended up with prop forwards out here in the wide channel. That's where you don't want them. You want your centres out there organising things with your fullback and be able to hit that ball at speed in the space. But they got the penalty. Luke Reduva that time just a little bit high on Aidan Murphy. So it was a nice little midfield centre scrum from UWA that time. Rory O'Sullivan doing the loop.
Good, interesting work on. Soaks have been working on probably for 4 or 5 years now. Maybe this afternoon, finally. They've got off to a good start this afternoon because they haven't given away 5-6 penalties in the opening 10 minutes. It's always a struggle with them. They come out real hard every single game. And you see now they're 14-0 up, showing dominance when they're not giving away silly ruck penalties. Obviously a high tackle just then, but it's been pretty good from them so far. As this one goes over the top, UWA can't convert their own ball. So Associates tied up 30 from their own line. This one popped out loose, lost forward, Soaks. Knock on advantage, O'Sullivan getting it out. Back to the other O'Sullivan, going wide now, thinks he can back himself all the way down into the corner. Fending off 1-2, now he's one short of the line, needs a bit of support, pick and drive's got to be the go. Getting it out now, O'Sullivan shows once, getting up to the line, he's short too. Finding support now, the slow ball coming, the need to reset. Gets out for Hughes now, finds his props deep, getting out wider ever still, Kurt Van Diemen. Need to get over the top, and they do. Where's the play heading now? Hughes has to step in at halfback. Spinning back to the left here, that's Wallace. Just need to be organised, be a little bit patient here. Hughes wants to go himself, shows inside 1-2. Hughes working his way to the line, just stripped on the contest.
Oh, Connor Hughes, he was nearly over. He just had to do the pivot and dive over. As there's a little bit of push and shove going on there. Michael Tafili ragdolling a few UWA players. Always a good amount of feeling, UWA versus Associates game. So UWA, good lead-in play there. Rory O'Sullivan really challenging the line. And Connor Hughes with the show and go. Thought he was over, but just got stripped.
I think UWA.
Yeah, I think the Associates play in the end, Nick, was penalised for potentially playing the ball on the ground once it was stripped there.
Scrum call, this will be an interesting one here.
Yeah.
UWA will probably keep this one in as long as they can.
Yeah, don't mind that call of scrum. Been going pretty well, UWA. They've got a good height. Want to put some pressure on this Associates pack. Important part of the game, this one. Every time a team visits that 22, they've got to be able to put points on the board.
Get set now. UWA's put everyone out on the right-hand side. Soaks keep one saver in defence blind. Hit and hold. O'Sullivan feeds the ball in now. It's available at the back. No shove comes. Associates hold firm as we go out to Hughes. Back door to the wings.
Oh, intercept.
Kick comes through from the intercept as well. It's going to be a big leg race. We've got Hughes and Van Diemen leading the charge. Van Diemen's going to get back there first for UWA. Might be taken back into the 22. He's wrapped up there by Pal Farman. Ball comes loose. Soaks have got a chance if they go left. Here we go with Pal Farman all the way into the corner. Gets it off to Harrison Webster, and he's going to go in again.
It's Luke Reduva, I think you'll find, Nick. Yeah. So it was a wonderful kick ahead from Harrison Webster, the left foot from the intercept. They had the overlap, UWA. They had to throw the pass, and Harry Webster snaffled it and booted it downfield, and Keanu Van Diemen just got absolutely stripped. And then it was good hands and good support play from Venieri, who in the end gave it back to Luke Reduva after Palfreman put him away, and he's over in the corner for Soak's third try of the afternoon. So UWA blowing a chance at one end and Associates putting him to bed at the other.
It's been a story all afternoon as well. We've seen it in the Colts and we've seen it in the second grade. UWA, plenty of entries into the 22. Haven't been able to come away with the points at all. So it's a similar story up here in Prem. Soaks looking to go the Queen's Sleep this afternoon.
And UWA really can't afford to make silly mistakes, especially in the opposition 22. It's going to be a long enough afternoon as it is without giving Associates unnecessary ball. And Harry Webster's got this kick from a very similar position from where he recently converted his own try a moment ago. So scored 19-0 with a kick to come. Associates looking very polished. They're big men up front and doing a good job. They're being very physical. They're not over-committing players to the breakdown. Webster, nice strike. Just pushes it to the left. So score will remain 19 points to 0 on our Fortescue Premier Grade match of the round. Associates Rugby Club second on the ladder. Big game for them this afternoon to stay in touch with Cottesloe, who are absolutely smashing it at the moment. Undefeated so far this year. We're at the midpoint of our season over here in WA. Round 8 today.
Hughes gets us restarted here. Similar kick again, finding Lockie Phillips. It's clearly a target. Getting the check ball off this time instead of the kick. Wrapped up nicely there. Ross Palfarman. This time Webster finds his way over to the touch.
Taken in.
That was outside.
Taken back. Good awareness there, Rory O'Sullivan, keeping the touchy honest.
Yep, them and the 20 supporters standing behind us were all aware of that one. Making sure the referee was well aware. I think the touchy was a little bit asleep on that occasion. In fact, Kyle Burnett's gone, mate, it's actually back here. So he's had 3 goes at it, the poor old touchy on this side.
First Prem game this afternoon on the sideline.
He might have a few nerves, the young bloke. So
good young referee. Third man on touch there as UWA gets us started. They're not going to go them all. They're going to get off the top. Hughes finding short ball. 15 from the line. Strips come from Associates seemingly innocuously. Straight onto the ball, straight out of the ruck. Absolutely no way through for UWA early in this first half as Webster clears once again. This one will find its way just into touch around halfway. That's a terrific kick on the angle.
Yeah, it's a nice clearance kick by Harrison Webster. Byron Sharwood that time just turning the ball over. He's struggling out here on the left wing a little bit. Probably copped a knock early. Certainly a little bit tentative going into contact, and the Associates just stripping him easily on the ground. You've got to be a bit more stronger in the contact zone, UWA. Harry Scoble.
Throws to 4.
Oh, fumbled by UWA, that's sloppy.
Still going to retain the ball though. Little chance to get up the middle. Murphy. The ball comes clear through Hughes to O'Sullivan. Inside ball there for Brett Taylor. Hughes again. Back to Van Diemen. This one's going to find its way, turning the fullback Healy inside out. Struggling to find himself underneath the ball. Gets on it now. Sideways is the only way. He's going to get wrapped up. Almost a hospital pass, setting up Scobble for a big hit, but now they kick downfield. This one's going to bounce again. Inside for Van Diemen. Chooses to stay inside. Torpy towards the sideline. And doesn't find its way into touch. Lockie Phillips finding his forwards at the back. Healy. Healy with a good chance. Bursting through the first. Now finding its way for Reduva. Reduva going again. Reduva just needs to get it away to Vanavire, and Vanavire is going to make his way all the way to the corner. And out of nowhere, once again, Associates with clear turnover ball all the way in that corner, and they're going to get their fourth.
Yeah, sloppy play again from UWA, not putting the ball out and just giving plenty of possession and plenty of numbers to Associates. And it was just putting it through the hands and playing it width. And it was lovely lead-up work from Luke Reduva, who put Vanavire away down the right-hand side touchline. He put a good bit of set of footwork and a nice fend there from Reduva. He's having a good game so far this afternoon. And Vanavire didn't have a lot of work to do. A little goosey at the end to rub it in the UWA player's face, as Associates would love to do. So they stretch the lead out, 24 points to 0. Harrison Webster with that kicking game of his is really punishing UWA at the moment. He's got good length on that kick. They've got a slight breeze behind him.
It's an interesting setup as well. So Harrison Webster, as we know, normally plays 10 for Soaks. He's finding himself in a half-back door, full-back position, dealing with all the kicking duties, making sure he's one off the ball, not really playing a wing position at all, and letting Reduva do the classic hit work, hitting up forwards, hitting up centres, and it's working. Yeah,
it's working really well. And Sam Healy did really good lead-up work there as well, being able to position his outside support players really, really well in that counter-attack.
Seems to have a lot of time out the back, Healy. He knows where everyone is. He's going to think through it, picks the option, goes well.
So a good view of Harrison Webster's kick this time. On the hillside of UWA Sports Park. Nice strike, but he's pushed it left. Didn't come round for him, so score remains 24 points to 0.
13 to go in the first half, as you hear from the referee. So do UWA change it up off the kickoff here, or are they going to go the same position deep in the 22 off left? Hughes, same kick. Doesn't quite make its way to Phillips this time. Forwards are going to find it nicely. That's Makua. Almost a turnover there for UWA. Taken back this time, Young Touchy. Keep an eye on that one. O'Sullivan underneath. Misreads it. Finds it for himself though. Uses the player. It was okay. And that one's gone forward.
No arms in that one. Fine. Need to have a look at that.
That's the one.
He's a very fortunate find to stay on the field for that one.
Just didn't quite get caught.
Again, the assistant referee on this side not keeping up with play and would have probably missed that one, I reckon. So,
here we go, Shane.
Got a little bit of learning to do, the young fella on this side, to watch that type of play. Kyle Burnett just having a chat to Fine. Certainly was a shoulder charge, contact with the head.
Yeah, just warning him about arms there.
And Rory O'Sullivan got himself out of trouble there with a bit of a pirouette and a step, but had to bring it back for the forward pass to Sherwood.
Really good scrum opportunity this time for Soaks. No one's cracked in the scrums yet. A lot of pressure up front for these both these big scrums though. Ball's in. Getting turned now. On a pivot though. Ball available. Comes out the back. Reduva. Vanavire. Back to Reduva. Getting wrapped up now nicely. That was Penny. Short side. Almost bustling through two there. Managing to get held. Just was held, tackled onto the ground. Tavita Sifa went to go again, but tackle was made, and now penalty comes the way of UWA.
Yeah, Kyle Burnett got it right that time. Certainly was held on the ground. Kurt Penny doubling up on some tackles there in the midfield. Got a lot of tackling ahead of him this afternoon, by the looks of it. As Hughes, nice little nudge from him, taking play inside the Associates half now. So UWA, their line-out's been going okay so far. A couple of overthrows from Harry Scoble. A little bit sloppy off the top at times.
Set up now, 5-man. Quick throw, up at one, clean ball. Finds its way to Hughes, then O'Sullivan. Backdoor now, O'Sullivan again. Worked for them the other week, the backdoor O'Sullivan play. Tackles made. Hughes finds himself at 10. Crash ball down short side for UW. Hughes happy to feed at 10. Now O'Sullivan's at 10. Massive hit there. Getting crunched backwards from the sub at Associates. Now finding his way out wide. Murphy getting tied up behind the advantage line. Soaks all over the defense at this point. No one's there at half to help out. And the flanker O'Sullivan moves in. Finds his brother O'Sullivan on the outside after 2 passes. That one's wrapped up high.
Yeah, that's high.
Gonna have to be careful. Got his tail up here, 23. Needs to make sure he's careful. Chip kick over the top, seemingly just to draw the penalty. And we'll come back for the high tackle.
Yeah, John Sowney that time, nearly ripping Rory O'Sullivan's head off. And so just Associates are just going to have to watch themselves here. They've got out to a good lead, 24-0. And just in the last few moments, we've seen a bit of ill discipline. Some of the bigger boys in the Associates team tend to love to put the shots on, get the shoulder charges going. We've seen it year after year from some of those bigger boys down here at the club. They love the cheap shots. And they're just going to have to watch themselves this afternoon and stick to playing rugby because that's what they do best.
Clearly working for them so far in this contest. It's just a little warning there from Kyle Burnett, the referee this afternoon, just saying we've had 2 high so far. Not a repeated infringement warning, just like, let's keep it down, boys. We might have to go to the pocket if you can't keep on top of yourselves.
So UWA just need to gather themselves here, just as we're nearing half-time. Be nice for us to see them get some points on the board. They've only had limited opportunities down here in the 22. As Connor Hughes goes to the sideline again.
It's a good kick.
Would like to see a driving maul or similar. We've gone off the top a lot this afternoon, UWA.
Full line. Bromley misses it at 2 again. Managing to get it off. O'Sullivan bursting through though. This might work for them. 4 out from the line. Lost forward in contact. Penalty coming the way. 4 and 5 offside Associates.
Yeah, absolutely. They didn't go through the gate there at all. They were straight on the ball from the side.
So they go the scrum again or the corner. Corner it is.
Yeah, try the corner. They've got to keep working that line out, in my opinion.
Making sure of it is Hughes.
So Associates, just a couple of back-to-back penalties now has given UWA an opportunity to get their points on the board. Line out 5 metres out.
Need to get this one though. So Bromley takes it down. Short man maul comes off the back. Scobble feeding out. Only just managing to hang on to it. Strip is there. Doesn't come. Hughes at 10. Finding a short ball. That was Oosterhuizen. That was Petrus. Lawrence Petrus, sorry. O'Sullivan now working his way. He's 1 short of the line. Backs are calling for it right, but Soaks are coming straight through the middle off their feet. It's going to be another penalty and we might...
Oh, geez, Alex Revere, extremely lucky there. You're not allowed to crawl through there. Keep dragging the ball with you.
Thought we might be going to the pocket there, but just a knock on.
Oh dear, I don't know about that one. Certainly you've got to stay on your feet to be in the game. Now let off there for Associates. So UWA with the centre field scrum. Not a bad attacking position. You'd have to back them in from here. Their scrum's been solid.
Don't mind their short sign as well.
Look for Al Cockman here. He's quite dynamic off the back of the scrum. He's got good skills.
Browen and Sharwood outside him. Just have a reset.
So just Lockie Phillips doing the old shoelace trick, just fixing up the boot, settle things down for his big boys. They'll appreciate that, Nick.
Yeah, any time's good time before a scrum, especially of a defensive one like this. So we're 35 minutes in. Associates are up 24-0 here, but UWA have got a really good attacking opportunity. Centre field scrum, 5 out from the line. It's a good set. Ball's in now. UWA choose not to push. They want a steady platform. They want to keep it in, but it's got to come now. And they're going to come to the left. Wallman finding Van Diemen, being divisive. Gets pulled out. 5 down from the line. O'Sullivan, flat ball to Bromley. Got to get himself to ground. Maul called. Associates have done really well here for the turnover. O'Sullivan digging though, gets it clear. Trying to charge all the way up the middle there. Timothy Wallace. Now Hughes finding his backs deeper. That's Kurt Penny. O'Sullivan's got to come back to the left, find forwards. Goes deep to Van Diemen again. Getting G'd up in the middle, so now they've lost about 10 metres, but they've still got ball. Short side, O'Sullivan loves it again. Bromley chooses to go over the top and all the way into touch. You don't get the lock doing the triple cut out over the top.
Oh, that's a shocker from poor old Jack Bromley. And didn't the Soaks players get in him and let him know about it? Just had a bit of a brain fade there. Tried to lob one over the top and gave it about 10 Weet-Bix too much.
Saw himself in a former life that time, I think, young Jack Bromley. As Soaks don't get the Brown redemption. Hughes got to go flat. Out there finding Wallman. Wallman all the way through. Wallman beats them all, going. Showed off a little inside ball to Penny, but goes himself. Alex Wallman's going to get in for UWA's first, and they're going to go 5-24 up against Soaks.
Wow, the Associates defensive line was napping there. It was the overthrow. Jack Bromley redeeming himself at the back, and Connor Hughes had no one to throw to, so he had to just lob the ball out into the midfield. Nick Wallman put his arms up there at one stage to say, who's that meant to be for? So he snaffled it up and just glided through the hole in the midfield and pretty much went through untouched next to the goalpost. So as UWA finally get the 5-pointer thereafter, Nick Wallman the man. So a little bit of luck going UWA's way that time. And Associates just taking the foot off the gas.
Just caught napping. Momentary lapse in concentration for them. As Hughes tying the shoelace, trying to get towards half-time, I assume here. Easy as you like. That one's gone over. Makes the score 7-24 with about 2.5 to go.
Yeah, the goal-kicking maestro, Connor Hughes for the UWA club. Prolific point scorer down here, trying to chase his old man down with the point scoring. Michael Hughes, leading point scorer at the club down here, and Connor. Early days yet for the youngster.
Plenty of seasons left for the young man.
So UWA on the board, 24 points to 7. They're not done with yet. They'll have a little bit of a breeze at their backs in the second half, but Associates, it's been all one way for them. They've scored 4 tries to 1 so far as Harry Webster puts a nice little restart underway. Benny Taylor takes it.
Gets a good couple useful yards, turned over in the tackle though.
Nice hit from Rivera.
This one goes deep. Plenty of numbers here. Van Diemen. Got to get the one more pass out. Brought out nicely.
Oh, Seafer buries him.
O'Sullivan wants a box. No. So O'Sullivan, backed up by Scobble. Now to the pocket for Hughes. Deep for centre Healy. Looping round, plenty of Soaks men out left. Managing to crash up first though. Gets the ball away, Sam Healy gets it back. Finding his way all the way into the corner. Van Diemen lazy in defence. Lets him run all the way around the outside. Needed to trap him, getting trapped into Sullivan on the inside, but lets a free try in the corner. Sam Healy returns, hands off, gets it back, scores all the way in the corner.
And the exit from Connor Hughes just wasn't deep enough on that time, and Harry Webster just had all the time in the world. There was very poor chase in the midfield, and Sam Healy just glided through. Palfreman did some great lead-up work, and it was a lovely offload from him. And then Sam Healy just absolutely standing up Keanu Van Diemen. He was sitting back on his heels, trying to invite him to take to the outside, and invite him he did. And he did take it and just left him and gassed him. So not what you want to see from a fullback. Fullback usually should be shutting down those breaks and making them make early decisions, not giving them the both sides of the field to play into. So very poor play from Keanu Van Diemen on that time. And UWA getting punished for a poor exit as well. So Associates extending the lead and redeeming themselves from letting UWA in. 29 points to 7 now.
Harry Webster taking all the time in the world here, trying to push this one up to halfway, I assume. I've got halftime just ticking over right now. As the kick comes. And it's a really good kick there. As we enter, yeah, go.
Extending that lead out, 31 points to 7 as we go into half time. It's all been Associates, 5 tries to 1. And Harry Webster, 1 try, 3 conversions, tries to Reduva, Hardwick, Benieri and Healy. So we'll be back with you in a moment at UWA Sports Park for our Fortescue Premier Grade Match of the Round.
Welcome back, everyone, to the second half of your Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week. Associates getting ready to kick off the ball. Kyle Burnett just waiting for UWA to be set and we'll be underway. Dominant first half performance here by Associates. They're leading 31-7 over UWA. Down here at the library, UWA's home. Plenty on the hill watching the festivities this afternoon. Temperature just dropping below about 17, 18 at the moment. But it's been a splendid day for rugby as we get underway, Mitch.
Yeah, nice restart from Harrison Webster. He's having a good game this afternoon. Al Cockman coughs it up off the restart.
Bromley attacking the man on the ground. Lucky with that one there. Plenty of people on the floor still finding their way deep. Vanarire outright. Getting brought to ground now. We'll come back.
Yeah, that's not the start Coach Alex Steicher would have wanted from his UWA players. Al Cockman just a little bit hesitant there on the restart and coughs it up. We haven't seen him carry the football as much as we would have liked in that first half for UWA. Ben Taylor's had a couple of carries, but Connor O'Sullivan's had to do pretty much all the grunt work. Tim Wallace and Jack Bromley haven't been as effective carrying the football. This bigger Associates pack have just been dominating that contact zone at the tackle. And Associates running in 5 tries to 1 in that first half. And making the most of the opportunities that they've had this afternoon with the football.
Good opportunity first scrum of the half here, Associates. It's been level pegging up front so far this afternoon in the scrum. And this one once again, almost counter-hooked here by UWA. They want to get the shove on. Soaks get it at the back. Phillips getting it out now. Oh, show and go really nicely there by Reduva, but just lost forward in the contact. That was almost a bit of slick handwork. Securing now in the pocket. Hughes finding space. No one home. Got to get the chase on though, boys. Got forwards out to the right, chasing onto this one. It's going to hold up. That's big Lawrence Petras chasing over onto the ball, diving down over though, and that'll be a penalty the way of Soaks.
Yeah, silly from Alex Petras there. Yeah, it was excellent chase from him, although he's been pinged for being offside in front of the kicker as well. So the assistant referee on this side, James Sheriff, calling him out. And again, UWA, that was all the space in the world for Connor Hughes to kick into there, but his teammates are just not reacting.
Well, he had the front row as his chasers. Yeah. Never going to get onto that ball there. It's the right option. No one was home, but you've got to get your chasers lined up.
Love the Luke Reduva show and go with the little Carlos Spencer wobble of the ball there before as well. He wasn't able to control it, but it looked fancy.
As we set up first line out now, Soaks through Hyde. They go early, they go long off the top for Phillips. Reduva finds a running mate through Makia. Now spinning wider, Rivera. Phillips there, in time again, inside the 22 now. That's playing the half. Yes, it is. So just a silly penalty there, UWA, trying to have an impact early, but this is not the impact they need to be making.
Yeah, it just looks too easy for Associates at the moment. They had numbers either side. They're getting good recycler possession. Associates calling the scrums. They're very confident that they're going to keep the pressure on UWA here. They don't need to go for points. They're up 31 points to 7 at the moment. Kyle Burnett will just have a little bit of a chat to the UWA players to make sure they keep their discipline. The last thing UWA would want would be a man in the bin chasing this scoreboard with 14 men. So look for the back set out here on the left. I would like to see him split here and maybe use Alex Musabaka. The youngster has had a good game so far this afternoon, but I'd love to see him run a little bit more with ball in hand.
Plays a really good supporting role, Musabaka, for this growing Soaks pack, I would say. They're really working together well at the moment.
They're well fed.
That's key as well.
We got a prop out there, Michael Diadamo in jersey number 24. He's come on for Passy Fine. Probably just as well. Passy was getting a little bit fiery towards the back end of that first half. Just needs to cool off for a little bit, have a bit of a break on the pine. And Michael Diadamo, very good substitute to have out there, big frame. Lockie Phillips lets it go.
Oh, great cutout ball there to Sam Healy. Securing well as well. Supporter plenty there for Associates. Just got to find runners back on the inside. There's your new man there. Phillips spinning now. Just a little bit flat here. Scoble through the middle, almost trying to cause a turnover. As the hands get off, Nicholas Hyde with a good run, gaining a little bit on the leg drive as well. Phillips, options left. Ravire getting G'd up by Scoble. Just left-right at the moment, need to build a couple phases, one direction, I think, Soaks. We got a knock on off UWA and they're going backwards. We'll come back for the scrum.
Oh, I would have liked to see Cole Burnett just play a little bit more advantage there. I know it was sloppy play out there on the right, but UWA didn't have many defenders. One or two passes there and Associates would have been off to the races. Just an accidental knock on that time, just off a UWA hand as the Soaks player was going to pass the ball. But again, Nick, it's looking very ominous. Every time the Associates attacks, they get that little line break or little half break, and you can just see opportunities being created left, right and centre.
Well, they're just finding the advantage line a little bit more than UWA. They're running on, they're getting over the attack line, making the defence reset, opening up an opportunity for themselves. Just waiting on the set call this time, Kyle. Wants stability as always. This one going nowhere, so they go to the right. Almost another knock on, Ravire. Straight through, still going, it's just tackled now. 5 out from the line. Associates, another good look here. Plenty of numbers out to the left. Crash ball. 4 out from the line, under the sticks. Got to go quick, straight through the middle. Bromley assisted, I think they're by O'Sullivan. And now Scoble making an absolute mess of it. Soaks lucky to come away with the ball still here. Pill goes right. Reduva finding it all the way to Alex Rivera, and he's going to go through simple as you like after a bit of disruptive play. And Associates are going to go through for their first try of the half.
Yeah, it was all too easy again once they got that recycled possession. Luke Reduva just holding the ball up beautifully there for Alex Rivera, who ran a very nice line. Gets rewarded for his efforts this afternoon, the experienced campaigner. But there you can see Luke Reduva just drawing in 2 defenders, just being able to hold that ball up. And he's creating a little bit of havoc by taking that ball to the advantage line and being able to play on the line. And it was all too easy then for Al Rivera to chalk down another 5-pointer for Associates. Their 6th try, their first of this half. So they've started where they finished, Associates. And UWA have done the same. They've started where they finished with, you know, dropping off tackles, turning over possession. And Alex Steiker will be sending the messages out to those UWA players that they've got to play for the pride of the club now. Start to pull things together. Whereas the Associates will be calling out, put the foot on the throat and put them to bed. Let's work towards 50.
Yeah, I've never seen a side in any Associates outfit across all grades. They never take the foot off the brake, off the accelerator, I should say, as that one was pushed.
Oh, he's pushed it to the left there, Harry Webster. A bit disappointed about that.
So that was a certain 2.
Yeah, relatively easy kick for him. So he's only had 3 successes this afternoon out of the 6 attempts that he's had.
There's a score now, UWA 7, Associates 36. Hughes opting to go with the wind here, probably looking back corner. And does so. This one's going to sit up, 22 out. Dealing with it well. Healy kicking for the corner. Sorry, Webster. Finding its way into touch, 40 out from the Associates line. Scoble needs to get this line out right. The full line out's been working. It's this short one that goes over the top. Bromley will be up at 2. Gets it this time. Comes off the back. Cockman to Hughes, to O'Sullivan. Up the middle now. O'Sullivan kicking out now for Taylor. Taylor's fighting his way, trying to stay up on contact. Need to be running onto the ball here, so. Sorry, UWA. Massive hit getting taken on by Lawrence Petrus there. O'Sullivan wants to come right again, but they're just flat. Diamond, charge down, almost regathers. Soaks are going to come up with this one, knock backwards. So into the pocket. Webster finding space, getting chased down Rivera. And it'll find its way into touch. Not a bad result staying outside the 22. It'll be a line out, UWA 24 out from their own line.
Well, it's just nothing going on for UWA at the moment. They get to first, second phase and they're just running out of available players to carry the football. And that time, Keanu Van Diemen, just nothing in front of him, so he tried to put the ball in behind and just turned the ball over. Harrison Webster, good vision by him to put that crossfield kick in. And plenty of space over there as UWA. Good contest at the front by Sokes, and they get the turnover.
Coming off the top now. Hitting up onto the 22, Sokes. Looking good with plenty of numbers deep. They just got to run onto it, letting it go. Turnover ball. Tied up there by Nick Wallman. And they want to go long. Hughes, territory finder.
Again, no chase from UWA here. They've got all the time in the world, Associates.
Healy, chip, gets taken out after the play. James Sheriff not calling foul play on it. Rivera, sorry. Not quite getting to the ball. Ben Taylor inside his own 22. Hughes got to find touch here. 2 players down, 1 from each side. Hughes puts it in safely. We might see a break in play now.
So Keanu Van Diemen gets away with that one. That was late and a shoulder charge with no arms.
I think there was a lot of knee involved there as well. Wasn't quite happy with that attempt there by Van Diemen.
They certainly cleaned him up.
As we'll have time off, Keeley.
Nick Wallman in a bit of strife as well for UWA after that carry. Mick Beattie's coming down to the sideline to take his spot, so Nick Wallman, the number 12, will go off. Mick Beattie.
Fantastic try in second grade this afternoon, Mick Beattie.
He can play, he's big frame, and he's got good skills and he's got good defence, so there's some concern at the moment. Sam Healy, who's down at the moment after that clash with Keanu Van Diemen. So surprised that it didn't result in at least a penalty, that one.
Just think James Sheriff looking up the field there, can't fold him. And Burnett gone with the pass as well.
And the other guys, they were so like, and they went like this, and they went like this.
He did a chip.
To me.
Like,
So like, I went like, I got tackled, and I went like this.
As the ball boys giving us a pretty vivid description of what went on in their games this afternoon. Down on the effects mite on the sideline, regaling stories of their rugby, their community rugby this morning, which is great. Great to hear kids enjoying themselves and talking about the game. So,
Healy just taking a little bit of extra time, finding his feet now though.
yeah, I'm surprised they're not going to at least blue card him, wouldn't they, Nick? Is the blue card still in?
Is, but if the physios are happy to take him off themselves, we like to use the blue card as an intervention.
Yep.
As long as the physios get them off himself, go do their own checks, they can still do their own checks.
Yeah.
It's more if that's not happening, we'll step in with a blue card.
Yeah, good to see him walking off anyway. So he's had a good, strong game this afternoon. Sam Healy deserves a bit of an early mark anyway, and Hugh Newcross will go to 15, long-term club stalwart at the Associates Club. Certainly a talented player, got a good set of wheels on him as well.
Ooh, no back lifter there for Rivera.
That was sloppy.
Went to jump, he had no one under his bum.
Well, just a little bit disruptive. They'll get that sorted out, Associates. So jersey number 25 out there, Alexander Beechery, also on the field. So a couple of changes to the Associates pack, and they're just losing a little bit of momentum there.
Cross. Bind.
See what UWA can do with this defensive scrum.
Set.
Lot of pressure from both front rows there. It's been a stalemate up front this afternoon. Would have been telling if one of them cracked under pressure, but now we find our ball wide. A little bit of space out there.
Sharwood, good to get out of the first.
Now they need to find players running onto the ball. They go backdoor Hughes. They're all flat back here though. Need to get moving forward. Timothy Wallace finding the halfway line. Going to get stripped out of the contest here. Sokes might come away. No, O'Sullivan knocked backwards. No.
Oh,
Thought he was taking that one with him a little bit.
Yeah, but you feel sorry for Roy O'Sullivan because he's really searching for runners and no one's giving him options, and You saw it again there. UWA getting that second phase, third phase, they're running out of options. There's no one coming onto the ball. That time we had a whole half a forward pack just standing still out in the midfield. Tim Wallace and Ben Taylor tried to make something of it. You've got Rory O'Sullivan who's trying to ignite something and get things going.
Wants to go forward.
Yeah. So and he's just not getting the options that he needs. Whereas you've got, Nicholas Hyde is doing a fantastic job for Associates this afternoon. John Sowney, he's getting him good front football. Tafili and Manakia, they hardly had to carry the ball this afternoon because they can just go from ruck to ruck.
Exactly. As we see Raduva getting an intercept pass.
Kurt Penny runs away. They won't catch him. He'll go under the sticks. Try against the run of play for UWA. Raduva that time. Just being a little bit too cute with the double pump. And picked out the UWA player in number 13, Kurt Penny.
Yeah, that one probably should have been the triple pump there, I think. Hold on to that one because there was a shooter coming and read that one absolutely beautifully.
Yeah, so a little bit of run against the play here for UWA. Certainly a long way to go before they start to get close to this Associates scoreline, but certainly make them feel a bit better about themselves. The opportunity to score a try, Kurt Penny that time. And Luke Raduva, who's had a pretty good game this afternoon. He's been very creative, been taking the ball to the line a lot, looking for his runners, but that time just making the fatal error. And Connor Hughes, no troubles at all, popping that one over. His second conversion of the afternoon, so 36 points to 14 on our Fortescue Premier Grade match of the day. It replayed on NITV next Sunday at 11:30. Got the Associates, who's number 2 on the ladder at the moment, looking for their 7th win of the season. UWA 6th on the ladder, only 5 wins, facing their 3rd loss of the season at the moment. Cottesloe, Joondalup, Nedlands, all in the hunt. West Scarborough, all in the hunt.
It's a better kickoff. Bromley underneath. Good support there. UWA. O'Sullivan finding Hughes deep as always. Picks out the man on the far side though, and they choose to come back in field through Webster.
Nice kick by Harrison Webster. Beautiful stuff, the left footer.
You think this is his home ground because he's kicking like an absolute maniac at the moment. These are all finding the exact target he's desiring. As we get the quick throw in to O'Sullivan, back to Hughes. Hughes down the field. It's going to be Norcross at the back to clean up, but this one will bounce into touch. So not a bad result, the quick throw in there from the O'Sullivan to Hughes.
Yeah, and if you're playing Super Rugby AU, that would have been a 50-20, yeah? I think the assistant referee was about to give a 50-20 then as well. So nice little interchange between O'Sullivan and Hughes there. Associates this time, nice and quick off the line out.
Brought down penalty, attacked in the air.
Yeah, tackle the man in the air that time. I would have thought the jumpers, the lifters of the line out too, didn't show a lot of responsibility for their jumper.
It's Webster, moseys his way across.
Yeah, no rush here. That'll settle things down here, Associates. I'd love to be able to put 50 on UWA, long-term rivals of the last 50 or so years over here in WA rugby. Very close proximity, the clubs. One was born from the other. There's no way UWA's back 10.
They've got to find themselves out quickly. James Sheriff on the... Even I don't think James is back 10.
I reckon Mick Beatty's back about 4 metres there in the midfield.
He gets a pass. Phillips through a Duva, hit up there, really nice by Tafali. See good forward runners here from Associates, now finding their way through Rivera.
He's been stripped by Taylor.
Not sure he was released on the ground there though, but UWA will take it. O'Sullivan got to go himself.
There goes Connor O'Sullivan, off he goes. Kurt Penny outside him. Oh, play on, Aidan Murphy with the ball, kick across.
It's a foot race now, finding their way back. Hugh Norcross, no, picked up there. Still Sharwood. O'Sullivan over the top securing. Who's over to get the ball? Someone's got to get it clear. Don't know if that's offside as well. Ball was available at the back for a couple seconds there. UWA are going to get the penalty advantage. Got to come out. O'Sullivan, deep, run it, Scobble. Does this time, does some hard work, the big man on his 100th. Got a feed left again. Hughes trying to find the inside ball to Diamond, doesn't get it away. Now they're holding him up. We're going to come back for the penalty if this gets wrapped up. No, it's to ground now. O'Sullivan fishing again. Slow ball. They've got to get over the top, UWA. Give themselves a chance. O'Sullivan now goes deep. Beattie all the way out wide. Here we go. They're getting tied up now. Rivera, nice tackle. Short side against the call. Got to get it from O'Sullivan to Murphy into the corner. He's going to get stopped. 2 from the line. Still advantage, I believe.
Got to release Reduva. Yep.
There we go.
Scoville collecting close. He'd love to get a try on his 100th.
Needs to get there. No roll as well. We'll have a second penalty.
Yep.
And time will be off. We'll slow this one down, says Carl Burnett.
I think that's 3 penalties in a row they gave away that time. Associates inside that 22 area. Very slow getting out of that breakdown, but you're right, Nick. That one where there was no 9 at the back there, the ball was just sitting there. That was the initial penalty.
Thought that one was out as well. But a little chat from Carl Burnett there, the referee.
Time is off.
Time's off.
But again, the O'Sullivan brothers getting through a mountain of work this afternoon. They're just missing that extra couple of players willing to put their hands up and carry the football at speed and, you know, some sort of physicality. I'd love to see Keanu Van Diemen coming a little bit closer in, maybe 1 or 2 passes off the ruck.
Just need to find something here, UWA. They're certainly not out of it yet.
That break by Connor O'Sullivan before, he had Kurt Penny looming up. Chose to go outside, and the kick and chase was a good one, and Sharpwood did really well to retain possession. This is the troublesome shoelace of Lockie Phillips again.
So they're going to fix it by putting tape around the ankle, then the shoe back on top, maybe tape on top of the laces again. 1 piece of tape on the outside of the ankle. I don't think
that would have done the job for sure.
I think that's done it there. Looks good, Phillips. Looks really good.
Nothing wrong with a little bit of professional etiquette.
Once again, Hughes making sure of that one. Not many spectators that deep up on the hill.
Doesn't he love just pumping it up onto the hill there when he's got to only kick it about 5 metres?
Doesn't kick it that big when he's going for a big one in touch. He goes conservative then, and now we see Bromley up at 3. Maul, no commitment. Bromley still got the ball at the front, so no penalty there. O'Sullivan leaves it for Scobble. He wants to go himself. Does a handy little pick and drive. Still 1/2 metre short, calling him out to the left, O'Sullivan. Needs some quick ball. Could they get their hands off? No, UWA still 1 short of the line. That was Bent Taylor. Now I think that was Bromley at the back of the line. Hitting up there now, nice. Kurt Penny. Penny brought down, now they're 6 out. So they're seemingly going nowhere here, UWA just getting back, but it was a good run on ball there. Lawrence Petrus.
Petrus manhandled there by 3 defenders.
O'Sullivan needs an option, no one wants it. O'Sullivan again now. Scobble missing out on the ball. Another penalty, and they're probably going in the pocket here. That's luck. Offside down in the corner there.
We've got a number there. I think it's Nicholas Hyde, the number 2. Looks like he was the culprit. Never getting on side and shooting out of the line to nullify the UWA then. So yellow card. He's had a good game this afternoon too, Hyde. So again, another example there of UWA. O'Sullivan had the ball there looking for runners at speed, but everyone was just deep and flat.
And I think he wants to find a couple runners early in the half here. Well, we're halfway through the half. And once he hits 1 or 2 people, then he'll shoot himself, but he knows he can't go straight away.
Yep. So we'll see Fine come back on the field. Alex Rivera will go off to make that substitution, so they've got a full front row. Manakia already substituted.
So with the dismantled front row, UWA probably try pull a penalty here. But we haven't seen much in the terms of push from either side at the moment.
It's been a pretty even contest at the scrum time.
This one getting jiggled around. Now UWA with the shove. Vantage comes, they're going to walk that one across. And they'll have another scrum. They've just managed to go through the forward plane first and then stand them up. That's a good scrum penalty there by Burnett. think they'll go again.
Yeah, we'd like to see UWA, once they got that penalty advantage, they should be trying to pick from number 8 and have a crack rather than just go for another scrum. They've still got to get those points and those tries, and the clock's ticking. So just there, where they know they've got the advantage, Al Cochran could pick that ball up and have a crack at the line.
So Sanu under big pressure here, because he could be going to the bin. Big moment in the game, this.
Petrus and Oosterhausen, good front row with Scoville there. Get that height nice and low.
Straight round on the angle. This one has to be a reset. Need to get up on both sides first.
Good job then by the Sykes Pat, just to take the weight, and the natural push just wheeled it around. No team at fault there. So 36 points to 14 in favour of Associates at the moment. You know, Fortescue Premier Grade match of the day. And a good afternoon down here at UWA Sports Park. These games are usually a really tight contest. Plenty of passion in it.
So this time, looking for a big result here, UWA. Ball gets in. Steady from both sides. Up round left side a little bit. Ball has to come. O'Sullivan. Hughes backdoor to Beattie. Beattie outside to Van Diemen. Van Diemen linking up really well. And it's going to be Brian Sharwood in the corner. UWA not out of this one yet. But that's a really handy bit of scrum work by UWA then to funnel out the backs and score all the way in the corner.
Yeah, what a great scrum from UWA, and it was just a nice classic set-piece move across the backs, through the hands, getting to the outside shoulders. Keanu Van Diemen that time, getting to the outside of his man, bringing in the winger, and Sharwood crosses over in a corner. So great to see a set-piece try. UWA not out of it yet, 36 points to 19. Associates have just taken their foot off the throat a little bit here. The coach would be disappointed with that after a couple of substitutions from the bench. Man in the bin. So Connor Hughes, the magic boot from the sideline. Six tries to 3 this afternoon. Try scorers for Associates been Michael Hardwick, Alex Rivera, Luke Reduva, Harrison Webster, Benarire, and Sam Healy. As Hughes, nice strike towards the posts, just to the left. So the score will remain 36 points to 19, 6 tries to 3. Try scorers for UWA this afternoon, Byron Sharwood. The try scorer just then, Nick Wallman and Kurt Penny, a try apiece. Nick Wallman off the field at the moment.
Going to be a crucial 5 minutes this one now. UWA need one more in a relatively short amount of time to get back into this one. Associates, they can put this one to bed.
So we saw UWA run down West at round 1 of this competition, a similar margin. Can they do it again today? Oh, they let the ball bounce. What's going on? Norcross comes away with it.
Setting up just inside the 22 now. Everyone's a little bit flat and that one's lost forward in the contact there. Stripped, O'Sullivan, broken play. Beattie says, go outside me, I don't have the legs right now. Still following up the ball, UWA. Lost forward in contact again now. We'll see a scrum.
Kurt Penny went inside, outside. Didn't need to try and push the pass there. Would have loved to have seen him put his winger away, Sharwood, outside him. Oh, just missed opportunity again there from UWA. That indecision from Kurt Penny that time. It's pretty poor football. He had all the time in the world, all the space to set up his support players. Man outside him. Would love to see Sharwood trying to pin his ears back.
Really good urgency by O'Sullivan down here. Doesn't want to have the scrum. Wants to get that one clean, take the advantage, actually play with the ball.
Absolutely. Good play from him, yeah. And to use the ball to space quickly as well.
So Soaks all set up on the left. Do not care about the blind side, they say. Ball in. Straight round. UWA need to be careful here. They are going up on that one side. It's not Soaks pushing through. That's UWA loose head on the far side, just wheeling round.
Yeah, they probably need to look for a second push rather than to win the hit. So they need to take that weight and then get up and under them. They've got the 8v7. Keep that height nice and low and just be a little bit patient on that second shove.
So 13 minutes to go in the Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Week.
There it goes again.
Yeah, penalty coming the way of Associates this time. UWA loose head, just getting up too eager early before the ball's in twice there.
Yeah, he's just chasing on the hit, Luke Oosterhausen, before the ball's in. He doesn't need to do that. Just needs to take the hit and then look for a second shove once the ball's in. A bit of a let off there for Associates.
Webster casually walking over again. Time off the clock.
Takes his time, Harry, with some Webster, but he's had a wonderful game this afternoon with the boot. Got to try himself. Lockie Phillips and Rory O'Sullivan have had a good contest at 9 this afternoon. Lockie Phillips has had a good platform to play off. Rory O'Sullivan's tried to be creative and keep the speed of the game up. But that's been an interesting contest between the two young nines.
So line out now, 20 out for Soaks. Squeezing to the front of the line. Now they go up at 1. Beating UWA to the jump. They'll go straight forward, getting themselves to ground. Tackle made. Need to get this one out. Big run there by Fine. Centering him up, breaking the UWA. Sucked in a couple there. Now they've got an overlap. Getting a ball straight through. Ross Farman.
Great hit from
Advantage
Mick
coming though. Getting wrapped up. Penalty coming. The way of Associates is a good hit by Beattie. But I think second man arriving, killing the contest there.
I think it was a call from assistant referee James Sheriff for an offside in the midfield. So UWA can probably consider themselves a bit unlucky. It was a lovely hit from Michael Beattie on Palfreman.
Now do you go the corner or you take 3 off the clock and have a shot?
Oh, you go for the corner here, or even take a tap.
We'll take 3 off the clock.
No, take a tap and put the big unit up front.
It's what I call smart rugby.
Got 36 points to 19 lead.
3 valuable minutes, Mitch, but it's going to take us to 7 to go. 7 minutes to go after this, I would assume.
Oh, how about that run from Pussy Fine a moment ago? The big man just charging in.
Sucked in 2 or 3, made the overlap himself. That's where the forward runners for UWA have been missing today.
Yep.
If you draw in men with a big ball runner, then your backs have space to run out wide, and that's exactly what they tried to do through Soaks there. And managing to come away with an offside penalty from that scramble refresh.
Yep, front football. Associates all day long today.
This one to extend the gap here, Webster.
No problems at all with that penalty. So 39 points to 19, 20 points lead.
As we work our way back up to the halfway, not quite a 3-minute break in play, but this will be the 31st minute by my watch.
So Nicholas Hyde and Al Rivera coming down the sideline. They'll be keen to get back on the field. Bring it back to 15 men. Luke Oosterhausen leaving the field.
Hughes deep. Probably would have liked to see a contested kickoff that time instead of the deep safe option. Getting wrapped up well. Pocket. Going high. Norcross chasing. O'Sullivan's up. With good blockers. With really good blockers. They held their ground, they didn't change their line. It's good refereeing by Kyle Burnett.
And what I've noticed about there is not one UWA player outside him called for the ball then once Rory caught that ball.
Had to go himself blind.
Still just watching what he was going to do. So that's probably reflective of how they've played this afternoon, UWA.
Can the O'Sullivan brothers be too good for this side at the moment? Is that an issue?
No, they just need to play as a team. The other guys can't be sitting back just relying on the O'Sullivans to do all the work. So it's not to be too harsh on those UWA players out there. They're all doing their best. They just got to play a little bit better as a team and step up. They're going to be in the top 4 this year. They're going to come against teams like Associates and Cottesloe. Yeah. Nicholas Hyde back from the sin bin. He's done his 10 minutes. So our Rivera's also back on, and Fines come back off the field, the big man. Long time getting this ball in.
Got to go. Very lucky to get away with that one. Back door. Wrapped up really well. Pocket again. They're playing for territory now. Webster finding Murphy.
Got a shift.
Got a shift. Doesn't. Straight through one.
Nice run from Aidan.
Wrapped up by Webster now. O'Sullivan finds the pod run. Now need a recycle ball. Soaks are all over this one. Flat-footed once again. Michael Beattie can work a bit of magic. Murphy lets this one down. Play on, says the referee. Both of them not seeing the knock. Lucky to get away with that one. See now the O'Sullivan brothers want to team up blindside. Hughes calls it deep. Too deep, I say. Van Diemen just short of the halfway turnover, not managing to hold it through the contest. All the way through Soaks. Not sure who it is. Mitch, if you got him there.
Yeah, Beechery it is. Alex Beechery.
Alex Beechery. As we come blind. Snatched out of the air. Soaks all the way to Rivera. Too easily in the corner. James Sheriff has a little look at it. And we're going to have a chat about it. I think he was a little complacent and got dragged into touch.
The old bounce pass to Al Revere, and I think he just thought he was going to cruise over the in score of the try. Lawrence Petrus it was that came across in cover. But what a great run from Alex Beechery. It was poor retention from Keanu Van Diemen at the tackle. He picked it up and shrugged off Connor Hughes. As we have a look at the replay, just the long loop pass.
Goes over to him. It's going to be a matter of timing in the corner.
Oh, I think he'll give that. Lawrence Petrus did really well to get there. He's had a good game this afternoon, the tight head prop for UWA from Malaysia.
If the conversation's this long between the two, I think it's got to be a try.
Who's captain, Boyd?
Or we're going no try, no arms in the tackle.
Ah, okay, fair call.
Which means try.
Although James Sheriff is going under the stick, so it's going to be a try.
Penalty try.
Oh, wow. Okay. That'd be a shame to get a yellow card for making such a great effort to try and get there to cover it.
Yeah, so just going no arms into the corner there. It's going to be a penalty try. If the player was not there because he's made a no arms tackle, we take him out of the equation. Would a try have been scored? Yes, it'll be a penalty try to Associates. No longer take the conversions of penalty tries as well. So that's just a straight 7 points for Rivera in the corner.
Yeah, very harsh on Lawrence Petrus that time. Did extremely well to get across to cover the tackle, but deemed no arms. So therefore penalty try. So our Rivera gets robbed of a try. He doesn't get the double. And that'll chalk up as a penalty as Connor Hughes doesn't. Oh, only just makes a 10. What a great take from Beechery again.
Beechery really getting handy meters for Soaks late in this second half. Brings it all the way to the opposition 40. Phillips, Rivera doesn't have options, smartly holds on to it. Beattie wanted an intercept. Beattie gets it anyway. Beattie finds his hands off as well.
Maybe out of 1 out of 2. Oh, ankle tap, still going though.
Inside the 22 now, UWA. Really handy work there by Penny.
Turnover.
Now turnover. Lost forward in the contact, Soaks. So almost a chance there. Beattie over Reddy's intercept. Comes up with it anyway.
Yeah, Mick Beattie had set up camp in the Soaks backline there. They had numbers on the right.
9 gold. Thanks.
Penny that time nearly went all the way. He stepped out of 1 and 2. Just got ankle tapped by Lockie Phillips, who He's hurt himself in the process. Done it. It looks like he's done something to his shoulder or arm. So we'll have a bit of a break in play. UWA down to 14 men in these dying moments of this afternoon's Premier Grade match of the day. Currently up 46 to 19.
Probably about 4 minutes to go in this game as well. There's been a bit of time off late in the second half. It's been a really impressive showing by a lot of the Soaks players. It's been an up and down season for UWA, and they, well, got shown up by the better team this afternoon. Lockie Phillips just coming off with an injured forearm as well.
Green ball. Gold knock.
So time will be back on. About 4 to go. 5 to go. As you heard by Kyle, the referee there. And UWA with an attacking piece. Huge applause as the young halfback, Lockie Phillips, comes off. He's had a great game this afternoon, the young man.
Yeah, he has. He's been very lively around the rucks. He's had good service to his 10. And hopefully it's nothing too serious because they're going to need him come finals time.
So O'Sullivan to Hughes. Hughes inside to Penny. Penny, 20 out. Don't know why they need to do the back door. They go over the top mark. They had the forward pod there. They just didn't want a ball. Maybe they don't trust him anymore late in the half. Need to use your forward runners. Build some phases, UWA.
Yeah, didn't need to do the little kick over the top there for Aidan Murphy.
Well, I think he freaked out that he was the option out the back door. This one's not out. So we get a little bit of open play here for UWA. They want to go straight up the middle, G'd up. Stuck in the middle there. O'Sullivan running flat, finds Hughes blind, now Bromley. Bromley Brett's out of 2. Takes the 3rd and 4th on well. Scoble clears over the top of that one, O'Sullivan to O'Sullivan. Slightly quicker ball now, but they're just flat-footed.
That's Will Siebert's on there in the jersey with no number.
Short side, here we go. O'Sullivan's good from here, beats one. Bromley on the wing again, leaping the pack.
Oh, nice
finds
pass
Hughes
to
on the
Hughes.
outside.
He's got the legs, yeah, he does, over in the corner. Yeah, water the try. Connor Hughes crosses. What about the big giraffe, Jack Bromley, leaping over the ruck. Gets a one-handed underneath ball back to Connor Hughes. He's had a pretty good game this afternoon, Connor Hughes. There he is, the big man, Jack Bromley, leaping over the ruck.
No looker as well.
Little no-look pass to Connor Hughes, and he crossed over in the corner. So UWA not done with yet. They haven't curled their toes up, which is good to see. Alex Steiker, the coach, will be happy with that they haven't completely lost their bundle this afternoon in the second half. They've never given up. They've kept coming back at Associates as Connor Hughes makes a hasty kick and knocks it over from the sideline. 46-26.
Probably about a minute left in the game. 1 to 2 minutes I've got.
7 tries to 4 now. So another try to UWA will nullify the bonus point for Associates.
Correct there. Doesn't matter, Soaks want one more. No matter what type of game this is, they won't look to kick it out at the full-time siren. Long kickoff. Setting up on the 22. Back to O'Sullivan, wasn't expecting it, but he's going to go forward with it now. Running sideways to Hughes. Hughes getting it outside. Penny off to just a kick over the top. Getting wrapped back up by Soaks. Full stretch. Need to find support. Can take their time now. They're settled inside their own 22. Then they can clear, which they've done. Need someone in the pocket. Might be a turnover, UWA.
Yeah, Connor O'Sullivan stole that one. Benny Taylor now on his own.
With a good angle, Taylor pushes his way to 22. Pushing forward ever still now. Stripped in the contest. Associates come back with the ball. It's going every which way. Penalty, no release. Tackle made. UWA have got one last crack at this now. Probably going to go the scrum. Corner. Hughes just wants to get it out. And does.
Oh, great attacking play from UWA. They're good ball handling, good short passing game, good support play. Where's that been all afternoon? Mick Beattie's made a bit of an impact off the bench this afternoon in the midfield. Certainly Connor O'Sullivan, a great steal from him.
Up at 1, UWA. Don't opt for the maul, they go short side. Tackled now, 3 out from the line.
Come on, Rusty,
Taylor.
get a try on your 100th.
Yeah, let him have a run. Do some heavy lifting. Here he goes.
Oh, the dummy.
You're never going to pass that one, young man. O'Sullivan, backdoor now, Murphy. Murphy taking a ground. O'Sullivan comes back short side now. To the no-numbered man again. Always over the top nicely. Needs support, getting dragged off. All his support players fell off the side of the ruck. And it has to be a penalty going the way of Associates.
Oh, he just curled into contact there, Will Sievert. Needed to keep his feet.
Now, Stokes will probably ask for the time here.
And then played the ball on the ground. And again, just that lack of forward runner willing to step up and carry the ball into contact has not been a highlight of UWA this afternoon. So they're going to tap this one, kick it out, and that'll bring us to full time. 46 points to 26.
Yeah, really dominant display here by Associates in the second half. Just not allowing UWA back into the contest, even though they scored a couple tries. It's been a fantastic outing here for the Fortescue Premier Grade Clash of the Weeks. Associates going up over UWA, 46.